so we are at the episode 4 of the Miami Sports Recap of the Week in a different location. If you can't already tell, but with my last Miami Flock episode, we were at the rugby game. You would know by now that I am not home. I am on vacation in Orlando. And so far, it's been a really nice vacation. We went to the beach, of course. We went to Amway Center a bunch of times. And we also went to UCF last night. So it's been a good, eventful vacation. And I would like to say this too. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure going to these events and to the downtown area and seeing our family members. But at the same time, I did have work to do, and that was to provide entertainment content and watching our games together, as well as his games and my games as well. Come on in.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, this is JTV. He's been filming on his channel.
Yeah, those Orlando vlogs have been pretty good lately. I must say, congratulations for winning the rugby game last night.
Mm-hmm.
It was a hell of a battle for Florida.
Absolutely. It's been a hell of a battle. And a little bit of a bonus recap before we get started on the main one. Yeah, we went to the Miami Triad game. We went to see them play the Orlando Griffins.
It was cold as hell that day.
It was very cold. Apparently a cold front followed us down here for the blizzard.
Yeah, it did.
So, yeah, Miami trying to win that game 44-19.
Good game.
It was a good game. So, judging by the shirts, we know who the winner of the week is. So, let's get started on this right away because I do have something to do today. So, we shall get started right away. The first things we're going to start off is the Miami Heat. A very eventful week until, last night what happened. So the Miami Heat, what happened? So they're on a winning streak, a really nice winning streak with a huge win over the LA Lakers from last week's winner of the week. And they played the Knicks with a dominant performance over the New York Knicks, 110-96. And the box score is this with P.J. Tucker with 20 points, Jimmy Butler with 22 points, Bam Adebayo with 6 points. He has himself a double-double that game. Gabe Vincent with 8 points, and Duncan Robinson with 25 points. So, Hero came back from his protocols with 21 points. We like Tyler Hero. So New York's defense, it was just not there for Miami. And the thing is, the crazy part about this game, they have an historic rivalry together. With the playoffs back in the 90s, when the Heat was actually number 1, and New York took them out when they were the number 8 seed. So there's some personal beef between the Heat and, Patrick Ewing with the Knicks. So a lot of personal shit. The next game was on Friday, the game that I was able to watch thoroughly. This game, let me tell you this, right? There's 2 scenarios, and I want to talk about it real quick. That being the comeback, and being with the referee decision. So, this game, LA Clippers, they're proven that they can come back and win games. So there's some urgency, anxiety for us. And the problem with this game, right, is like what I just told you. We always fall apart when we're winning the big game like this one. We always fall apart and we always prevail at the same time. It's an ironic fact. But the referees in this game did not help us either. But thank God for one man that saved us. And that is Gabe Vincent with 23 points. He was a monster that game. Gabe Vincent, you got to give props to him, as well as Jimmy Butler with 26 points, and Bam Adebayo with 20. P.J. Tucker with some nice corner threes too, as well as Duncan Robinson making stuff happen. And yeah, folks, 121-114 the LA Clippers. Unfortunately for JTV, he couldn't beat LA Clippers in Amway. We did watch them play them, and again, it's an example of a team coming back from the dead to beat a monster team. But this game, they did not do so. And it was so personal to me because it's LA. And yeah. But yeah, a big win until what happened last night. So here's the thing. We're 2-6 now with the back-to-back games. But this game was so close that it almost blows my mind just how how much we just could not beat this team like we did last time. And it took us 3 overtimes just to lose. And let me tell you this, the moment I knew we were going to overtime, I knew that was it. My knowledge, the last time we even won an overtime game was 2 years ago. 2 years ago is the last time we won an overtime game. It's so long ago. 11 straight overtime loss. I knew it. I just knew it. Oh my gosh. PJ Tucker with 11 points. Jimmy Butler with 37. And yet, by the way, with Butler, he could have won us the game in overtime and double overtime. But he was too slow. The clock was too fast and he was going too slow. And we missed our shot of winning. He missed, but we missed our shot. And in the third overtime, we just could not. Bam Adebayo with 14. Gabe Vincent with 17. Robinson with none. Duncan Robinson with none. No points. He had nothing. Nothing except for 1 rebound and 1 turnover. Disappointing performance from Duncan Robinson. And Caleb Martin, too. 11 points. And people are blaming Tyler Hero for this game. Why? He did the best he could. Yeah, he has 13 points. Jimmy Butler was carrying the team. But we just blew it. We blew this game. And another man that we have to thank for is our opponent. Freaking Toronto's Fred VanVleet. Thank you. You just ruined our winning streak. In third overtime. It took you 3 overtimes just to beat us. By the way, this shirt, it came while I'm away. So, thankfully I'm not wearing this shirt this week. Because it's back home. Anyway, next I want to talk about the Hurricanes. Because I want to acknowledge just how amazing of this team is. We were second place in the ACC. And now we are first place in the ACC. By the way, with the Miami Heat, they are now first place in the Eastern Conference. So, you want to talk about basketball town? Miami is a basketball town. Miami Hurricanes men's, first place. Miami Heat, NBA, first place. And the upcoming winner of the week, first place. We're the hottest sports city in America right now. And now, to prove to you that I'm not wrong, let's talk about the game on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I could not watch the game on Wednesday because I had to watch the Heat game on my phone, and I was also at Amway. But I did watch the highlights, and I want to point out the very last play of that game was a game winner, a half-court buzzer beater by Charlie Moore. That shot was insane. I posted it on Instagram story just saying, OMG. What a great shot and a clutch shot that was for Charlie Moore. And he's the player of the week for Miami Hurricanes, in my opinion. Warren Berg with 12 points. Isaiah Wong, 12 points. Miller with 18 points. Charlie Moore, the guy who won us the game against Virginia Tech, 13 points. And those 13 points, those last 3 points, were clutch. And Cameron McGusty with 19 points. Virginia Tech, they got better at the second half, and we blew it, but we came back. And it should have happened against Florida State, but you know what? It is what it is. And speaking of Florida State, since that win over us on Saturday, they lost on Wednesday as well against Georgia Tech, 75-61, and that loss is huge because that puts us further. And speaking of Georgia Tech, that was our next opponent, and we beat them too, 73-62 against Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The box score: Warren Berg 8, Isaiah Wong 8, Miller 13, Moore 12, and Cameron McGusty 20 points. So we beat Georgia Tech, but Florida State did not. We beat Virginia Tech, but Florida State could not. So I hope Florida State is ready because we're coming back for blood, and they're currently on a 2-game losing streak. as we speak. They lost to Georgia Tech and they lost to Virginia Tech. That was yesterday. So we keep an eye on Georgia Tech. We also need to keep an eye on Duke, the team that we did beat. So they're in second place in ACC, and right now we're still first place in ACC. And yeah, folks, this has been an eventful week. Just a shame that we didn't win every single game. You know, the Miami Heat, the proven. Let's see here. The women's team also won against Wake Forest 66-59, but that's pretty much it. And yeah, finally, now we get to the winner of the week, and it's the Florida Panthers. I apologize for going a little bit too fast. We're 10 minutes in, about to be 11, but I do have somewhere I want to be, so I want to get this done a little bit quick. But I am excited to talk about the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers, your winner of the week. They are also first place in the Eastern Conference. And how do they do that? We got some explaining to do. Tuesday night, you know, the night I have to pull like an all-nighter kind of, which I did not. They won 5-3 over the Winnipeg Jets. It was a very competitive game. I will say, very, very competitive, very eventful game in Winnipeg. Mason Marchman to start the game off, 1-0. Then Paul Stastny make it 1-1, tie game. Mason Marchman with 2-1 to take the lead again. Kyle Connor, a very good player. We got also. You think Connor McDavid was also good for Canada? Kyle Connor is also a good player for Canada too. Even though they're different cities, but you got to remember the one name, Connor. 2-2 to tie the game. Anton Lundell, assist from Mason Marchman. I thought he got a hat trick in that game. I swear, I thought he got a hat trick. I would have lost my mind. But Anton Lundell to break the score to 3-2 in the first period. Second period, Pierre-Luc Dubois to make it 3-3 for Winnipeg. And a few minutes later, again, Florida's powerhouse offense. Carter Verhaeghe to take the lead 4-3. Third period to seal the game. Sam Bennett to make it 5-3. The temperature difference is very big. So, Sunrise, Florida, it was 73 degrees. Winnipeg, negative 25. So 25 degrees below zero. That's a huge temperature change. Almost 90 degrees. So there's a different environment with the temperature, the environment, and the crowd. And speaking of which, did you realize there's not too many people in that arena? To me, it's just, I don't want to get too much into politics, but just my quick opinion is it's sad that people up there that hardly have any freedom. It's just sad. I really pity them, but hopefully they get it back. Yeah, there was like 200 people in that arena. That's like 10% of the arena, maybe 5%. It's just sad. Winnipeg deserved better, in my opinion. But again, not getting into politics, just my opinion. But yeah. Then they go back home to Sunrise, where they took on the Vegas Golden Knights. Again, I was also at Amway, but it was easy for me because it was just the one game I have to watch, as well as JTV's game. You should go check out. Give a big shout out to him. But made a very incredibly good video.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shout out.
Let's see. Vegas Golden Knights start off the game with Zach Whitecloud to make it 1-0 Vegas. And since that game, it's been all Florida Panthers. Alexander Barkov with another shorthanded goal to make it 1-1 tie game. Then very early in the second period, it was Sam Bennett did all by himself to make it 2-1. Then in the third period, this game's over. This game was over, and it's thanks to Mason Marchman to make it 1-3 on an empty net. And already there's some memes with Mason Marchman, just how much of a look he had, a dirtiest look you'll ever see from the Florida Panthers player, with his green eyes like this. So he had a serious look. And to make things worse for Las Vegas, Sam Bennett to ice the game to make it 4-1 on the empty net. It was game, set, and match. It was game, set, and match at the moment that empty net happened. But we also got to look at another team from Florida that we have to pay attention to. Tampa Bay Lightning. They beat the New Jersey Devils 3-2 in Tampa Bay. So that's a team we got to watch out for as well. So last night when I was at UCF, big things happened. And why we have a 3-point advantage in the Eastern Conference, 67-64. The reason is this. We beat Vegas Golden Knights 4-1. And Vegas Golden Knights beat Tampa in a shootout 3-2. So a little bit of a bonus recap against Tampa. Tampa lost 3-2 against Vegas in Tampa. So that's a big disadvantage. A little bit of insult to injury too. But speaking of that game, we need to capitalize on our game too. And it's against Blues Nod's very own San Jose Sharks. So, oh boy, they gave us a fighting of our lives in this game. So let's see. To start off the game, we have Thomas Hurtle making 1-0 for San Jose, and Jonathan Delan on a power play to make it 2-0. And before the first period ended, it was Gustav Forsling to make it 2-1. So, look, San Jose, they're a sleeper team in my opinion. I believe with that team they're going to they're going to sneak into the playoffs. That's just my opinion. Second period, Matt Nato to make it 3-1. So Florida Panthers were in trouble. They just got nothing. Not even the power plays could help us. They just had nothing in the second period. An incredibly frustrating period too. And worst of all, right, the Miami Heat, it was also a very frustrating game. There was no defense. Same thing with this one. There was no defense. There was none. It was a frustrating period. Third periods got competitive, and Alexander Barkov started off the period with 3-2 to try to come up with a score. Jonathan Delan with the second goal of the game to make it 4-2 from a power play. Mason Marchman, and by the way, San Jose had a big chance to win this game. They were up 3-1 and they were up 4-2. Mason Marchman to get the game closer to 4-3. And thanks to our Lord and Savior, Jonathan Huberdeau, to tie the game 4-4. And my groundhog video from my other channel proves just how excited I got. I don't want to scream too much because I don't want to be obnoxious. I'd rather be obnoxious to like the game in front of me. But I was pretty obnoxious to the point where I did, my voice was a little bit heard. Then we got to overtime, which I explained the overtime part with the Miami Heat. Sam Bennett won us the game in overtime against the San Jose Sharks. We came back underground. We came back. And that's why we called ourselves the Comeback Cats for a reason. Final score of this game, 5-4 Florida Panthers. A good effort from the San Jose Sharks. They gave us a game for our money. And this week that was our last home game before the All-Star break. Then we go up to Columbus on Monday. Then we go to New York on Tuesday. So, and yeah, folks. And speaking of the Sharks, that's who they played the Lightning on Tuesday. Yeah, the Lightning's not playing until like Tuesday. So that's a game we also need to keep an eye on as well. We have a big chance against Columbus to bring up our score a little bit. But yeah, we're getting chased. And it's not a good feeling of us getting chased. So, yeah, folks. So, next time you see me at Miami TVG, I will be at a different location. It's been an honor to be in Orlando, Florida. I love this city. The sports fans here are pretty loyal, especially the Solar Bears. Even though they're on the third tier of the NHL list, right behind the AHL. So that's going to do it for episode 4. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more content. Miami TVG, we will have you back. And when we do, we have each other forever. We have each other forever. And I'll be right there with the answer you deserve. Coming up with the next big video this week. It will be uploaded February 2nd. February 2nd. A big video. I'm so excited for. Trust me, I have not been this excited since the time that I did go down to watch the Inter Miami game. By the way, with Inter Miami, they won 4-0 against a preseason international I forgot the name, but a team, an international team at Dry Paint. They won 4-0, and DC they lost to them 1-0. But a statement win over the international team, which I keep forgetting. It starts with the letter U, but I just keep forgetting. But DC United win 1-0. I don't care about the preseason. I care more about the regular season. And I will be at the season opener. Look for me. But yeah, folks, that's going to do it. I'm going to sign out. Good night, everybody. I'll see you in the big week this week. All right, good night, everybody.